let's get started. Oh, oh, okay. So I put all the links on the website for you to see, and so you're gonna go to the message that I was talking to you on, and yeah, go ahead and click on that. The link should be right there, and as you see, there's a part 1, part 2, and there's a third link, and each one should give you the pieces of Mixcraft 6, the newest Mixcraft. And click on part 1, and once you do, the page load, and click download. And depending on which browser you have, maybe you'll have Internet Explorer, maybe Google Chrome, any of them, just you should see a download thing. It should be downloading. Then click on, there's a part 2, and click on part 2. And it should be the same website. Wait, and you go down, click download again for the next one, and wait that for download. And by the way, part 1 is gonna take a little bit longer depending how fast the internet there is in Ethiopia. I'm not sure how fast it is, it's gonna take a little while. For me, even it did, and I have fast internet. So you're gonna go back and you're gonna go to the last one, it's called Run as Date, which is pretty much part 3. I'm gonna click on that. And wait for the page to load. Click download. It's the last download you have to do. That's it. And we're just gonna wait for the download to finish. And there you go. Should be. See, now I zoomed in. I sped up the video so you saw where part 1 finished. Stop staring. So, so what you're gonna have to do, you have to find out where all the downloads are. They could be in your downloads folder. For Google Chrome, if you're using it, which I say you should use, all you have to do is click that arrow all the way right there, and you're gonna click on Show in Folder, and it should take you straight to where it is. And so you're gonna go to your Start menu, and you're gonna click down. You're gonna type in Downloads. So you should get that folder. Most likely it will be in there. If you have a hard time, just maybe type in part 1, part 2, maybe you'll find it. But yeah, otherwise you should find it. So I'm just gonna click on Show in Folder, and it only should be those parts. If there's any other parts, try to clean it out so it's more organized. But don't worry about that. Yeah. So just ignore that because I just deleted. There was a file in there. I just deleted it. So you're gonna take part 1, part 2, and Run as Date, the RAR files, and you're gonna drag it to your desktop. And make sure your desktop is clean, just so it's easier to deal with when you're extracting the files. And yeah, just put it in a clear open space so you don't get confused with it or mix it up. And as you see here, I put part 1, part 2, and part 3, or Run as Date, all in order as you see right there. So, what you're going to do now, you're going to click on part 1, you right click on it, so that shows up. You're going to go to Open With. Okay, you're going to click on Open With. Once you click Open With, you're going to go to, you have to make sure you could open it with WinRAR. And click OK. And once you do, you're going to get something like that. Just close out of it. And yeah, you should get a window. And in the window, you should see a small folder, and it should say Mixcraft Part 1, as you see to your right. And then on your desktop, you're going to make a new folder. And you're going to rename that new folder Acoustica Mixcraft 6, because you're going to need that later on. And that's the folder you're going to put everything inside. So you could use Mixcraft 6. And just go ahead and put it anywhere. I just put it beside everything. You're going to click on the part 1 right there, and then using the left click button, you're gonna hold it down and drag everything into that folder. You're gonna highlight it, and then you're gonna drag it into that folder. Make sure you do not put it anywhere else because it's gonna get messy, it's gonna get mixed up. And once you put it in there, you'll see a window like that, and it will load everything into that folder. And you're just gonna have to wait, depending on how fast your computer is. If you're using the laptop Kuroba bought you guys or whatever, it should be pretty fast because those are new computers. Anyways, once that's done, you're just gonna X out, and you're gonna take part 1 and put it somewhere, just so you know it'll be organized. Just leave it somewhere. You're gonna click on part 2. You're gonna close out of that again, and you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna take every single thing, highlight it, take it, and you're gonna drag it into that folder, the same one you just did. And that one shouldn't take very long because it's not that much compared to part 1. And you're gonna go ahead and X out of that. And once that's done, you're gonna put it away. Put part 1 and part 2 off into the side so I don't get mixed up